All right, good evening. Welcome. So we're gonna get going. Let's start on your backs. Okay, so let's go bottoms of the feet together. Knees can come out a little bit wider. It close down those eyes. Resting one hand on the chest, one hand on the stomach. Pull that low back so it's flat on the mat, and just let those knees open up a little bit wider. You're starting to breathe in and out through the nose. Feel that belly expand, feel that chest expand. And exhale it out just nice and slow. Again, big breath in. Focusing on that expansion of the belly. Feel that stretch through the rib cage. And then exhale it out now. We'll do that one more time. Big, big breath in. And then on that exhale, I want you to flex the abs, press all of that air out. So it might be a little bit more forceful. Keeping the core nice and tight. Big breath in. So that belly can expand a little bit, but we want more expansion through that rib cage. And then exhale it out. Again, so pulling that breath in, pressing that breath out. So you start to hear that breath. And now let's bring those knees together, feet about hip distance apart. Let's just drop the knees over to that right side, center, to the left side. Now that core stays nice and tight. We're not relaxing as we drop the knees down, still staying with that breath. You want to be able to hear that breath throughout this whole class. A couple more. And let's hug those knees in. Let's extend those, just the legs out. So it can be all the way up here. Maybe those heels are just a few inches above the ground. And hug in, lifting those hips up so the arms can just be right by the sides. Extend straight up. Again, hug it and lift the hips. Roll it or send it back out. Go in, lift, and out. Pull it in, lift, back out. Let's go 2 more. In, lift, back out. In, lift, back out. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees and start to rock forward and back. Then we're going to plant those feet and come right into a forward fold. So inhale, bring those hands to the shins, bending those knees as much as you need to. Toes in, heels out, feet are nice and parallel to each other. And then exhale, slide those hands down as we fold. And let that head stay nice and heavy. And then we'll bend into those knees, nice flat back, rise up to standing, reach it up nice and tall. Right elbow, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale it to the other side. Inhale, bring it back up. Nice flat back as we fold. Inhale that half lift. Exhale, plant those hands down, stepping those feet back to a plank. Okay, we'll drop those heels to the right. Left arm reaches up. Back to our front plank, heels to the left. Right arm reaches up. Back to our front plank, shift weight forward, push up, pause in low plank. Oh, press it back up and then lower down. Again, maybe pause in that low plank, or if those arms you get warmed up a little bit more, you can lower onto the stomach. Roll the shoulders down and back, lift through that chest. So in this first one, just pull those elbows back, firing those lower lats. So it's right here underneath those armpits. And then down. You can roll the shoulders down and back. Lift up a little bit higher, maybe coming all the way up into that upward facing dog. Then exhaling those hips up and back, down dog. Pressing the hips up, pressing those heels down. Maybe pedaling those feet out for a breath or two. Then we'll inhale on the toes. Bend those knees. Step those feet up top of the mat. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Side bend to the right. Inhale it up to the left. Inhale, reach it back up. And exhale, flat back as we fold. Half lift, inhale. And exhale, plant those hands. Step it back to our plank. Heels to the right, left arm up. Back to front plank, to the left. Front plank, push up. And vinyasa. Exhale, hips to the sky, down dog. Couple breaths here. Good, then inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Side bend to the right. Inhale it up to the left. Inhale it back up. And exhale, fold. Flat back, inhale. And exhale, plant those hands. Step those feet back. Drop the heels to the right, left arm up. Back to the front, other side. And front. Shift it forward, lower down. Bring it back up in that push-up, and then vinyasa. Exhaling, hips to the sky, down dog. And now from here, we're going to come up high onto the toes. We're going to round through that low back, mid back, upper back. Bring it forward to our plank. So that chest pulls forward as that spine lengthens out. And then we'll press the shoulder blades away, round it. Send those hips up, down dog. And a couple more times, come on to the toes. Try to get light on the toes. Use that core. Roll it forward to our plank. Roll it on back, down dog. One more time, roll it forward. And roll it back, down dog. And now inhale on the toes. Bend those knees, step or hop those feet, top of the mat. Bring those big toes together to touch, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, sink those hips down to our chair. Relax through the shoulders. Hips are nice and low. Bringing those hands to heart center, we're going to twist it over to that right side. Inhale back to center. Exhale it to the left side. Bring it back to center. Reach those arms forward. Hover that chest right above those thighs. Drop those hips down as low as you can get. And straighten the legs as we fold. Good. Plant those hands, step or hop those feet back to our plank. Push up. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhaling that right leg up. Exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Inhale, send that leg back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl it in. Step that foot through. And on those fingertips, back leg is nice and strong, pressing those hips forward and down. And maybe start to hover those fingertips off the mat. A lot of work through those legs. And then we can lower the left hand down, twist. Right arm reaches up. And lower that hand down. Step it back to our plank. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Feet together. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl it in. Stepping that foot through. But on those fingertips, legs are really strong. Hips are pressing forward and down. And then start to hover those fingertips off of the ground. Right hand down, twisting. Left arm reaches up. And lower that hand down. Step it back to our plank. Vinyasa. And down dog. One more breath in down dog. And then we'll come onto the toes. Bend those knees, step or hop those feet to the hands. Toes together to touch. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, sink those hips down to our chair. Sit nice and low. Hands will come to heart center. Twist it over to that right side. Inhale, center. Exhale it to the left side. Inhale, center. Hips are really, really low. Chest hovers right over those thighs. And straighten those legs as we fold. Lengthen. And exhale, plant the hand, step or hop it back right into that push-up. And then your vinyasa. Exhale it, down dog. Feet together. Inhaling, that right leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl. Step that foot through on those fingertips, hovering that chest, pressing the hips forward. And then now maybe lift those hands up. And then we'll twist. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Lower that hand down. Now, again, strong through those legs, reaching both arms up overhead. Core tight, sink into that front knee. Trying to straighten out that back leg a little more. Now flip it, or no, twisting. Left hand forward, right arm reaches back, and then reverse. So that left arm reaches up, right hand reaches down that leg. Big quad, hamstring stretch. And then we'll circle those hands down. Send it on back, vinyasa. Good, once you're in down dog, pause for a breath, and then we'll go right to the other side. So inhaling, left leg up. Exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl it in. Stepping that foot through on those fingertips. And then hover that chest. Now plant that right hand, twisting that left arm up. Lower that hand down. Inhale, both arms will reach up overhead, core tight. Bend into that front knee, back leg is nice and straight. We're working towards getting it straight. And now we'll twist. Right hand forward, left arm reaches back. And reverse it, that right arm reaches up. Left hand slides down that back leg. And then circle those hands down to the mat. Step it back. Your pathway through the vinyasa into that down dog. And let's do that one more time. Good, inhale on the toes. Step or hop those feet, top of the mat. Toes together, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink it down nice and low. Hands to heart center, twist it to the right. Center to the left. Center, reach those arms forward, hips sink down. And straighten the legs as we fold. Half lift. And plant the hands, step or hop it back. One push up and vinyasa. Down dog. Feet together. Right leg up. Curl it in. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, curl. Stepping that foot through on those fingertips. Hover the chest now. Lift the hand up. Then plant that left hand, twist right arm up. Lower that hand down. Inhale, rise up high, crescent lunge. And twist left hand forward, right hand back. Reverse it. Now adding on a little bit more. We're going to stay in that twist. We're going to lower that left hand down towards a little bit diagonal from your right toe. And then we're going to lift the left leg up. Right arm stays reaching up. And if your balance is feeling pretty good, maybe you start to lift that left hand up. Just keep that big twist. And then we'll lower the hands down. Step, step, the feet back. The vinyasa. And down dog. Feet together, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale it up. And exhale, curl it in. Stepping that foot through. That on those fingertips. Now lift the hands. Over. Now right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Lower the hand down. Inhale, both arms will reach up. Bend a little deeper into that front knee. And twist right hand forward. Left arm reaches back. Reverse it. Now, right hand comes to the ground diagonal to that left foot. Lifting that right leg up. Reaching that left arm up. And again, maybe that left hand starts to lift up off of the mat. And then hands down. Step the feet back. Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Okay, let's go ahead and lower onto those knees. Catching your breath in a child's pose. Then we come back onto hands and knees. Step back to plank. Down dog. Okay, we'll bring those feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Right knee to that right elbow. Inhale, send it up. Right knee to the left elbow. Extending that leg out. Side plank, reaching that right or the left arm up. Lower that hand down. Slide that leg back up. Curl that knee in, stepping that foot through. And back heel stays lifted. Inhaling those arms up into that crescent lunge. Bend into that front knee, relax those shoulders. Let's interlace those fingers behind the back. Open up through that chest. Get bend a little deeper to that front knee, keeping that core a little bit tighter. Then reach those arms up. Spin that back heel down. Teeing out those arms into that warrior two. Good, hold it here. Bend into that front knee a little bit more. Pressing that right knee out. Then lower that right forearm down. The left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, rise. Back up, keep that front knee bent. Reverse it, reaching that right arm up and back. Now reach out those arms. We're gonna cart or the circle. That left arm up overhead as that left heel lifts. Bringing those hands to heart center. Hover that chest, lifting that left leg up. Now from here, we're gonna curl that knee in. So you kind of squat a little bit, bringing that knee towards the calf. Send that leg out. Exhale, curl it back in. Inhale, press it back out. Last time, curl that knee in, pause, down a little bit lower, a lot of leg strength. Now we're gonna lower that shin all the way down towards the ground or to the ground. Send the hips down so that ankle is crossed over that knee. Both hips are down, and then we'll twist. So that left elbow is hugging that knee. Right hand comes behind the back. Sit up nice and tall and twist. Now come forward, kind of rock into this one. So weight comes into the right foot, hands lower down, and then lift that left leg up into the standing splits. So lengthen out the spine and then exhale, fold, walking the hands back. Maybe grabbing on to that right ankle with one hand, maybe both hands. Then big step back with the left, then the right. Vinyasa. And exhale, down dog. Good, and bring those feet together. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Bring that left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, send that leg up. Exhale, that knee across. Extend that leg out, reaching that right arm up. Lower the hand down, sending that left leg up to the sky. Curling that knee to the nose, stepping that foot through. Inhale, we'll rise up into that crescent lunge. Shoulders relax down, bend into that front knee. Now draw those arms down behind the back. Interlace the fingers, open that chest. Bend a little deeper into that front knee. So release those arms up. Back heel spins down, teeing out those arms. Warrior two. Then we'll lower that forearm down, right arm reaches up and over. Maybe you slide that hand down a little bit further. Keeping that chest nice and open, core really tight. Inhale, rise back up. Keep that front knee bent. Flipping that front palm, reach it up and back. Then re-tee out those arms. We're gonna reach that right arm up, spinning that right heel up. Bring those hands to heart center, hover that chest, lifting the right leg up. Now, curtsy here. So bringing that right knee to that left calf. Send that leg back out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it out. Last time, hug that knee in, try and sit a little bit lower, pause. And now let's lower that shin all the way down. So we want to bring the knee kind of past that ankle. So you can see the ankle is hooked over closer to my thigh. Now that right arm's going to hug that knee, sit up really tall, twist, looking over that shoulder. Now bring it back to center. Little momentum here. Okay, so I kind of rock back, rock forward, weight in that foot, and then send that right leg up to the sky. Maybe walking those hands back, grabbing onto that ankle with one hand, maybe both hands. And step that foot back. Vinyasa. And down dog. Good, press the hips up, press the heels down. And now bring those feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through into that lunge. Okay, let's start. We want to be on our fingertips of our left hand, pressing the hips forward. Now, we're going to press, we want to be really active through those feet. So right foot presses down, pulls back, left toes are pulling forward, twisting that right arm reaches up. And I really want to reach up with that right hand, starting to get light on that left hand. Okay, so maybe we're just on 3 fingers. Maybe we come to 2 fingers, maybe 1. Maybe we lift that hand up all together. Big, big twist, a lot of legs. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Lower to hands down. Straighten that front leg high onto that back heel. And then plant the hands. Step it back down, dog. To the other side. Left leg up. Curl that knee in, stepping that foot through. And on those fingertips, as we twist, left arm up. And again, pulling that left heel back, right foot's pulling forward. Maybe coming on to 3 fingers, maybe 2, maybe 1. Then lift that hand up. And let's hold it. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands down. Straighten that front leg as we fold over that leg. And let's lower those hands down. Step it back to plank vinyasa. And exhaling those hips to the heels, child's pose. Now from the child's pose, bring the knees a little bit wider, flipping those palms up. So letting that chest relax down towards the mat. And let's bend those elbows. It's like you're patting yourself on the back. And extend those arms back out. Come up onto those hands and knees. A few rounds of cat-cow. So on that inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift it, lengthen. Exhale, round. So bring it back to our neutral spine. Let's go into a down dog. Let's bring that right into that right wrist. Foot comes across. Left leg slides back. And then lower onto those forearms. Resting that head down. Now come back onto those hands. Okay, we're going to sit off onto that right hip, sliding that right leg forward with like the foot forward just a little bit. So I'm getting a 90-degree bend through this knee. Now this other leg, it doesn't have to move much, but it's going to slide forward a little bit. So I'm working towards getting a straight line through this hip flexor. Back knee is bent, feet are flexed. Now from here, okay, so now I'm just going to rotate so you can see a little bit better. We're going to rotate around, so bring this left arm around, big twist. You can lower those forearms down towards the mat if that's accessible. So trying to square off those shoulders towards the mat. The elbows can pull back a little bit as that chest pulls for big stretch through this left side. And if it's too much on those forearms, just go back to those hands. And go ahead, unwind it. And then we'll come back to our down dog. Let's bring that left knee to the left wrist. Foot comes across, right leg slides back. And lowering onto those forearms. That head rests down. And let's come back to those hands. Sit off onto that left hip. Left leg comes forward a little bit more. Right leg slides forward a little bit more. Okay, so it's really hard to see, but think you're making a 90-degree bend with both knees, both feet, and then your legs at the hips are making a 90-degree angle. Okay, now walk that right hand around. Okay. Maybe we just start with the hands, okay? Or maybe we can lower down onto those forearms. Elbows pull back, pull through that crown of the head, really long spine, big twist. And then go ahead and come back onto those hands. Just swing those legs around, extending those feet out. Pull those feet together. Reach arms forward and then roll it down. One vertebrae at a time. And we can extend those arms overhead, reaching from fingertips through those toes. And now hug those knees in. Let's finish off with a happy baby. So knees a little bit wider. Reach the outside edges of the feet. Pull the tailbone down and extend out. Through the legs. So start with just bringing those knees to a 90-degree angle. Then pull the knees down. Maybe you can extend out through those legs a little bit more. If one side needs a little bit more stretch, you can bend the other knee. Extend through the other foot a little bit more. And then lower those feet down. Hip bridge, so plant the feet, roll the hips up. And roll it back down. And that right knee can hug in. Left leg extends out long. Twist that knee across. Let's go back to center. Switching sides. Hug the left knee in. Right leg out. And twist. And bring it back to center. And hug both knees in. Let's round that spine. Bring the forehead to the knees. You'll extend those legs out. Reach those arms overhead. Full body stretch. And then exhaling those arms down by the sides. Palms will face up. Big breath in. And exhale. Relax. Closing down those eyes, just resting here for a few minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And reaching those arms overhead. Big stretch of the fingertips down through those toes. And hugging the knees into the chest. Roll it on over to your side. Just rest it here for a few breaths. And gently press yourself up into that seat. And closing down those eyes, sitting nice and tall. Taking a big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And 2 more times. Big breath in and out. Last one. All right, blinking those eyes open. Thank you all so much for joining. Have a great evening. And then we got class tomorrow, 7 a.m. So hopefully you can make it. All right, thanks, guys.